As an INFJ, you might have known that your purpose is waiting for you. You have sensed that it's there and it's just waiting to be activated for you to actually start your journey. And most likely, if you're watching this video, you're on the cusp of embodying it, of bringing it to life. There are a lot of channels and videos for INFJs, but most of the time the people who are drawn to my videos really know that this is about embodying because I have walked my talk. Like I've made it happen, and you can watch my old videos if you like in order to see what that embodiment actually looks like, how I've gained so much more energy throughout the last 10 years. I'll insert a short snippet here just so you see the difference of energy, and that is all about embodiment.
There's always also a two-part thing to this. First, there are rituals which are important to get us in the right mindset and keep us there. And then there are rituals concerning actions and things we need to do that will make us feel better, which drain us.
So let's talk about 5 signs that you're ready to embody your purpose. This is not just about understanding it, this is about being it. Before we get started, I want to remind you I have a new poster for you, the INFJ Priority Code Checklist, that is super important in order to actually set the priorities to make it happen, right? We need to anchor in who we are becoming. And if you want to experience that transformation, the best way to do is to join our inner circle, the INFJ Epic Life Bootcamp. Our next live call on priority management for INFJs is May 31st. So join the hundreds of INFJs who are part of this movement. Be part of the closest inner circle around my energy, and I share the biggest and best secrets there because it is the safest place. It is a place where you know you are not only welcome, but you're appreciated and you're safe to be yourself. And you'll see how the energy will just move you, not just through the video lessons that are included in the bootcamp material, but also through the live calls, through the Facebook community, and everything else that is included. So if you want to join us, you can do this through the link in the description or through the prompt in the video. Sign number 1, you're tired of understanding and you're ready for action. As an INFJ, so often we're drawn to understanding things, right? Those are our internal functions. Like, I know this feeling. I've told you this many times before. This is what I do every single day of my life. Like, I work on concepts, but it's not going to be complete until there's action behind it. So if you're in that situation where you know, well, I've thought about it over and over again, and still I feel like something is missing, what you're missing is action. That is all about embodiment. For us INFJs, we need to make it tangible. We need to bring it out one way or another. And no, it's not going to look perfect. And no, it's not going to be as potent as it is in your mind. But once you've set those anchors, like, it's done. Things are actually going to move in the direction you want them to if you continuously choose to have habits that represent that. So this is all about putting in the effort, making it happen, and not just anything, but who you are and how you see the world. Those are the things that need to be brought forward. Sign number 2, you feel discomfort around inauthenticity. Before I actually started embodying who I am and really taking action on it, I was way more comfortable with being around people who are not tapping into their authentic selves because it was like we're both in the same boat. Like, we're both not really bringing out who we really are, and it actually made us feel connected, or that's how I felt to other people. And most people are not really tapping into all that they are. And that creates a connection in a way of, oh, I'm hiding something, but you're also hiding something. And like, that makes us human. The moment you actually are ready to embody, you have no capacity for that. Like, you respect people for where they are in their journey, but you're not going to stay there with them. You're actually going to bring out who you are. You're ready to bring that out, although you know that this will create disconnect. Because the moment you bring something out and you know that people are not, there will be a distance, there will be a disconnect, because then you're playing on 2 different fields. But that is a necessary component. And if you feel like you're ready, like you can't really be okay being around people who are not tapping into their truth, then it's a great sign that now is your time to actually start taking action. Sign number 3, you feel called to be seen, even if it scares you. There's this Rumi quote, and I'm probably not saying it correctly, but it's pretty much in the sense of, at some point, like, the pain of remaining small becomes bigger than the pain of being seen, or the fear of being seen. And if you feel like you're at that cusp, you know, like, I'm ready to be seen. Like, I know how scary it is, but it is a necessary component in my evolution. If you feel like this, then you are ready to take the next step. If you say, yeah, I'm afraid of being seen because that's going to make me different, that's going to make me like really disconnect, and people are going to sense this. Like, for the longest time, like, I know that I'm different, but I can sort of hide it. But the moment the world gets to see this, there's a chance for somebody to see it in me, then it's game over. Like nobody's going to accept me. And that's actually a necessary component. Always know in the back of your mind, the fear of being seen is like a generational trauma thing. It is all we have learned throughout history of if we speak truth, we're going to get burned for it. We're going to get ostracized. Like that's just something that lives in our body, but it isn't a real physical fear in like most of our situations. So if you're able to watch this YouTube video, you probably are not going to be burned alive for speaking your truth. But that is why this fear is so deep. This is not just stage fright. This is existential fear. But at some point you really get to a place where you say, I have to do it. Like I know what it's going to cost me, but staying small, staying unseen is going to cost me more. I will lose my soul if I don't step in and really speak my truth now. Very often that happens when we're in situations where we know, like, if I don't stand up for something now, if I don't step up for another person or for humanity or whatever it is, if I'm not speaking truth here, then I will not be able to forgive myself. And so if you're in such a situation and you feel like this is just boiling up, this is a great sign that you're ready to start embodying who you really are meant to be and voice who you are and let the world see you. Sign number 4, you're craving simplicity and embodiment. So this is more about like not talking about it and trying to explain yourself and translate yourself to people that somehow they could understand you without you having to actually reveal it. You know, like we sort of do this because we're really good at it. We want to try to make it easy for people to understand it without really needing to go the vulnerable step. But it is necessary to go the vulnerable step. We have to actually bring who we are to the outside. We have to anchor it in. We have to create tangible results that are a representation of who we actually are. And this doesn't have to be like a big thing. Like sometimes even something as simple as saying one truth to one friend can be that activation for you, right? You don't have to share it with everybody. A great space to do this is, of course, bootcamp. Like this is a place where you know you're safe to speak. And you know this is a place where you're always welcome as long as you're doing this in integrity and you're not hurting anybody viciously. Like this is just who I am and I bring this out. Then come join us. You know, like we're really all about that. And this is a place where it is a sanctuary for you. You can always come back to this place. We're growing together. It is really a place of being home. So you can then go into the world, do what you have to do, add your contribution to the world in any kind of way, small, big, expansive, it does not matter. Just as long as you're tapping into that authentic voice of yours, you know, it's all good. This is why I created Bootcamp. This is why I created this entire channel, because I want INFJs to know you're not alone. We're doing incredibly important work. And if you need a place where you know I'm going to be accepted, I can actually relax and know it's all good, then you're at a great place. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. And I'm here to, create this container for you where you feel like you can just exhale so you can then take the next step no matter where you are and no matter what your calling is. And number 5, you're no longer willing to wait. So as INFJs, we often wait for others to join us, as in like, let me just create an environment where others feel safe enough to come with me. But it's actually the other way around. When you've gotten to a place where you say, I don't want to wait anymore. Like I want to live my life so I know I'm on my path. I'm not pretending to be somebody I'm not. I'm starting my journey. This is my path. This is my mountain to climb. This is my experience of life. And others can join me, but the way they join me is pretty much they are choosing themselves, or if they want to stay in my vicinity, they don't even have to choose themselves, but it will not be at the expense of me choosing me. And you'll see how all the dynamics in your life will change. Like I've seen this with all my friends, all my relatives. It was really like they got to know a new version of me. And this was a necessary aspect. And I knew this was an uncomfortable change, but it's only temporary. At some point people will get used to it. They probably don't even register it consciously. There's just like some short tension, but people get around to it because they know, okay, like nothing really big has changed. Some people will really go their way or distance distance themselves psychologically. I have friends in my very close circle that I love dearly, but we're not as close psychologically as we were before, because back then our relationship was very enmeshed because I was really, going all the way into their space. And now it is more so a mutual respect and love, and it's all good. But it can only happen if you say, I'm not willing to wait any longer. This is not our task. Our task is to be a representation of what it means to choose yourself, because through that we honor ourselves and we actually are honoring others, because we're saying you're good enough to be yourself. And the way we show that to people is not through saying it, it's not through being their biggest cheerleader while neglecting ourselves, but actually walking our talk, becoming the person who's choosing themselves. So remember, if you want help with this, because I know as INFJs, this can be frightening. There's a lot that goes into it. Sometimes we don't know what the next step is, what to prioritize. Join us in bootcamp, where we focus mainly on that. And specifically in this live call and in the weeks after that, we're going to focus on priority management. So this is all about knowing what matters most and then taking action on it, and create habits and actually sticking with them that just form an identity-based change where I am this person who is writing on their book every Saturday. I am that person who always speaks my truth when it's a question of, does it matter or not? Like, I'm going to speak out when this is something that's dear to my heart. Those things we practice, it becomes part of your identity. Through that, everything becomes very clear. You know what the next step is. And so it becomes like this natural progression into your flow. And before you know it, you're like completely in it, and you're living your purpose. It's not just something you think about. So remember, if you want to join us, you can do this through the link in the description or the prompt in this video. If you want to download the poster on the INFJ Priority Code checklist, you can also do that. And if you want to watch another video now that is in alignment with today's topic, then check out the video you see on the screen right now. I'll see you in the next one.